Guys, this will be amazing. Roger Gracie is doing a positional sparring from Turtle, and he's going against Charles Negromonte, who is his main training partner, and he's one of the elite in Jiu-Jitsu. So this will be so interesting to watch how Roger Gracie is managing this position. And if you know Roger Gracie's career, he's never been submitted in competition. So we will see how he's defending this position, but also attacking. And also one more interesting thing about Roger Gracie is that his training is maybe 80% positional sparring. So he's always starting from specific positions that he can get better, and he's staying in those positions under pressure. He's barely ever drilling. So most of the time is live sparring or positional sparring. And I've heard so many stories about how Roger was training only once a day when he was going to face Buchecha. And imagine that, like Buchecha maybe trained 3 times a day, and Roger Gracie beat him with only 1 time a day because he's doing so much specific sparring. Everything is perfect, no round is wasted. So he's always sharpening what he needs, and he's not wasting time. Guys, watch this cross collar choke from Roger Gracie. He needs to go behind the elbows of Charles, so I think he will lose this position. Yeah, he's still trying to get it, but I think it will be very hard. Somehow he needs to go more behind the elbow of Charles Negromonte. Yeah, this is better. This is much better. Oh my god, Charles jumping on the other side. This is still a choke, but he lost it now. Charles defended that perfectly, jumping on the other side of the choke. And there was no angle for Roger Gracie to put pressure on that choke. That was amazing. If Charles was 1 second late from that position, I think Roger will get the choke. But Charles jumped straight away when he felt that transition from Roger Gracie. That was amazing work, amazing. And I think Charles is still like dizzy here because for sure that choke was on. Straight away shoulder rolling. Let's see, maybe going into K-guard from this position. Roger is trying to put pressure, but yeah, that was amazing. He's holding the top leg of Charles so he cannot go into something like Matrix backtake. And he got completely free there, Charles. And Charles' jiu-jitsu is no joke. He's at the highest level. He even beat Andre Galvao in the gi. So that is crazy. But let's see how he will manage to defend this time from Roger Gracie. If he manages to defend. And Roger is trying to put pressure on the hips of Negromonte. So it's hard for him to shoulder roll, you see. Yeah, he's just riding the hips of Charles right now. But let's see if he will manage to open him up. It is very hard to open the opponent without giving him momentum to shoulder roll. So that is like the dilemma that Roger Gracie has. And he's going above the shoulders of Charles. This can be dangerous for Roger Gracie because he can slip from that position. But he got the bottom hook in, and now he's going for the top hook while trying to attack that choke. Yeah, he got that position perfectly. That was amazing. Yeah, guys, you need to be careful if you jump over the shoulders of the opponent. You can slip away if they stand up, and you will end up in guard without no control. And they can start to pass your guard and get like double pen grip and going into Torando passes. Again, shoulder rolling for Charles. But now he messed up. He did not manage to bring his legs into a position to play guard. That was amazing backtake from Roger Gracie. Straight away, he's going for the choke. Yeah, you rarely see that because people are almost always trying to go for the hooks so they can take the points and then they're going for the choke. But Roger Gracie is using the choke to make a dilemma for Charles. So he needs to decide, will I defend the choke and the arms of Roger Gracie or I will defend the hooks? So that is an important thing here. Roger Gracie is always going for the choke, so he's giving a dilemma for Charles. And Charles cannot defend the hooks, which is amazing to see how he's doing it. But because they ended up in side control, they will restart the position. You guys, you see like how they're always restarting the position. They're not wasting time from side control. If they end up there, they will restart straight away from turtle. Because this is the main focus from this training session. Just work on this position. If they have a reversal, they end that position and they restart again. If they choke each other, they restart again from turtle. Never changing direction of the sparring. Like always focusing on the turtle position, which is so important. I see so many people, they will say like, let's do positional sparring from turtle, and then they will manage to scramble in some positions, and they will end up maybe in like mount position, and they will forget that they need to restart into turtle, and they will just like stay into mount and do like a regular sparring. And that is a big mistake, because if the focus was turtle positional sparring, you need to do that position for the whole round, not go into something else. And guys, pay attention how Roger is moving from this position, how he is trying to trap an arm of Charles. He's always trying to roll the opponent from these positions, but Charles knows this, so he's keeping a good base. Also, the right elbow of Charles, he is not completely under Roger Gracie with that elbow. And in my opinion, he's just waiting for a moment to jump, just like this. But let's see if he'll manage to put the hooks. Roger Gracie is very good at reversing this position. Pay attention how he's trapping the right leg of Charles. This is amazing. Let's see, maybe getting up on a single leg, maybe double leg here. That was amazing. Let's see if he'll manage to hold Charles down. Charles is trying to get a butt. Yeah, he's controlling that second arm of Charles, the right arm, and he manages to get top position. Rolling into 50-50 maybe here from Charles. Yeah, he's just trying to push Roger Gracie instead of, so he does not give points. Roger Gracie is not leaving this position. That was amazing. Just chasing Charles and completely taking the top position. That was amazing. So many people will give up from that position, and Charles would have stood up and there was not going to be points. But Roger Gracie was chasing him all the time. And in my opinion, that is very important. Like, you never want to give up space for the opponent to stand up, because all your effort will be for nothing. So if you reverse them, never let them stand up back again, because that is very important to know how to keep the person down. And let's see how Roger will deal with this position now. He is going with the hands into outside position, outside his knee line, you see. So this can be dangerous because Charles can jump on an armbar here. But I think Roger is waiting for moments like that. He will use the momentum of Charles to like hip switch or a shoulder roll. Yeah, just like this, you see. He is just waiting for the momentum of Charles to go into some reversal. That was amazing. Amazing how he did that. With so little effort. Amazing. He's again starting from turtle now. Let's see. Charles is completely behind Roger Gracie, which is a good option, but he needs to go a little bit to the side, I think. Yeah, maybe he can jump. Yeah, that was a mistake from Charles. He jumped too high, so he got over the shoulders of Roger Gracie. Yeah, you cannot make that mistake. If the cross collar is very strong, you can jump over the shoulders of your opponent. But if you don't have a good control of the cross collar, you can cross collar choke. You cannot jump that high. You see, that is very important. And the round is about to end. So let's see if Charles will manage to get the back of Roger here. He does not have much time left. So let's see. Maybe a shoulder roll from Roger Gracie again, but the time ended. Hey guys. Most people study jiu-jitsu through instructionals that look clean, but they don't show what actually works under pressure. Here we learn from matches, where technique is proven when everything's on the line. That's how you cut through the noise and see what truly works when it matters. On my Patreon, you'll find free breakdowns from the newest matches I can't post on YouTube, full studies, and complete guides, all built to help you improve faster and train smarter. You can start free right now. The link's in the description and pinned comment. And if you're new, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the next study.